In 1996, the Los Angeles Lakers made two monumental moves. First, they traded for an 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, a kid straight out of high school. Then they freed up salary by parting with veteran players and signing the most dominant force in basketball, Shaquille O'Neal. From the get-go, Kobe and Shaq had friction. Kobe's self-confidence, some would say arrogance, rubbed people the wrong way, especially Shaq, who famously said, "I'm not gonna babysit." It was the beginning of what would become one of the most talked about dynamics in sports history. Bryant, though just a teenager, kept his distance from teammates, speaking in short responses and keeping interactions strictly basketball related. Shaq, on the other hand, had a more laid-back, good-humored approach. But things turned tense when Kobe's relentless drive and Shaq's easygoing style clashed. Even Lakers GM Jerry West had to step in, criticizing Shaq's leadership, and what followed was an uneasy coexistence. But behind all the tension, everyone knew that Kobe was destined for greatness. In 1999, after 3 seasons of Shaq and Kobe struggling to find synergy, the Lakers brought in Phil Jackson. With 6 NBA titles already under his belt from the Chicago Bulls, Jackson signed a $30 million contract ready to instill the triangle offense into the team. His focus? Built around Shaq. Jackson believed Shaq's dominance in the paint was the key to winning championships. Phil developed a strong connection with Shaq, but left Kobe on the outside looking in. This wasn't by accident. Phil knew Shaq's personality thrived on the close coach-player bond, while Kobe's intense demeanor didn't need coddling.
That was his ability to manage the team, which was absolutely brilliant. I used to tell him all the time, I said, "Phil, look, I know what you're doing, bro. Like, don't insult my intelligence. I know you're being a dick to me on purpose."
As the 1999-2000 season unfolded, Phil's strategy paid off. The Lakers posted a 67-15 record, one of the best in NBA history. Shaq won MVP, but Kobe was quickly evolving into a superstar in his own right. The tension between the two only deepened. Despite their behind-the-scenes friction on the court, Shaq and Kobe were unstoppable. From 2000 to 2002, the Lakers achieved one of the toughest feats in sports, a three-peat.
A three-peat and a sweep.
It's an unbelievable feeling, to win 3 in a row. It's amazing to look back and see how far we've come, and now we've won 3. It's happened so fast.
Shaq dominated the paint, while Kobe became one of the best two-way players in the league. Their success culminated in the 2000 Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers. With the Lakers down by 15 points in Game 5, Kobe drove to the hoop and lobbed an iconic alley-oop to Shaq, who slammed it home, sealing the comeback and sparking the championship run.
Either Kobe comes first with the jab, and then you follow with me, the knockout.
By Shaq.
Or either Shaq comes with the jab, and then you follow with the Kobe knockout.
But even with all their success, the cracks in the relationship kept going. Shaq, often frustrated by Kobe's ball dominance, publicly called him out for playing selfishly. Kobe, on the other hand, believed he was ready to take on a bigger role. Despite their clashes, the duo brought home 3 consecutive championships, but the friction between them was becoming impossible to ignore. By the 2003-2004 season, the tension between Kobe and Shaq was at an all-time high. It didn't help that Kobe was dealing with legal troubles off the court as he faced sexual assault charges in Colorado. The news overshadowed the Lakers' acquisition of veterans Gary Payton and Karl Malone. Still, the team allowed Kobe to play through the season, but the tension between him and Shaq grew, amplified by the media. Phil admitted that his relationship with Kobe had always been tense, dating back to a comment he made in 2001 that Bryant sabotaged high school games to win them at the end. By the end of the season, Phil had had enough, telling GM Mitch Kupchak that he wouldn't coach the team if Kobe stayed.
I don't think I can coach Kobe anymore. I can't reach him. And if you want me to continue on with this ball club, then the change has to be made. And if you want Kobe on this ball club, then I have to go.
Still, the Lakers fought through their turmoil, with veterans learning the triangle offense and enduring Malone's injury. They made it to the finals to face an underrated Detroit Pistons team. Phil, who had always managed the fragile balance between Shaq and Kobe, could no longer control the situation. In the 2004 NBA Finals, the Detroit Pistons exploited the Lakers' dysfunction and dismantled them in 5 games. After the loss, everything came crashing down. Shaq was traded to Miami, Phil Jackson was let go, and Kobe was left as the face of the franchise.
You could have been left without all three. Then what would you have done?
Sold the franchise.
Phil Jackson, in his book The Last Season, described Kobe as volatile, prone to anger, and rebellious against authority. After Shaq's and Phil Jackson's departure, the Lakers faced a rebuilding phase. They brought in coach Rudy Tomjanovich. However, in mid-season, Tomjanovich stepped down due to health reasons. Injuries to Kobe Bryant and Lamar Odom caused the team to falter, and they missed the playoffs for the first time in over a decade, finishing the season 34-48. The 2005 off-season saw the Lakers draft Andrew Bynum and made a trade for Kwame Brown. But the biggest news was the return of Phil Jackson. Determined to prove himself without Shaq, Kobe put the league on notice by dropping 81 points against the Toronto Raptors in 2006, the second highest total in NBA history.
It's a double-double just about every night. Kobe is back in and not a moment.
Lamar has to get going. All of the Lakers have to get going offensively.
Kobe has been going, and he...
Despite his heroics, the Lakers were knocked out in the first round by the Phoenix Suns after losing a 3-1 series lead. In 2006-2007 season, the team struggled with inconsistency and frustration boiled over for Kobe, who publicly demanded a trade in the off-season. While the front office considered his request, they also worked behind the scenes to build around their star. With the return of Derek Fisher and the mid-season trade for Paul Gasol, things began to click for the Lakers.
When Mitch Kupchak came to you and said something like, "I can get you Pau Gasol for Kwame Brown," what did you say back?
No, you can't. But
Gasol's arrival in February 2008 was the turning point. The Lakers surged, finishing with a 57-25 record and earning Kobe his first MVP award. In the playoffs, they breezed past Denver, Utah, and San Antonio to reach the NBA Finals, where they lost to the Celtics in 6 games. Despite the disappointment, it was clear that this Lakers team was on the rise. In the 2008-2009 season, the Lakers posted a dominant 65-17 record. They tore through the playoffs, defeating the Jazz, Rockets, and Nuggets to reach the finals. This time, they secured the championship, beating the Orlando Magic in 5 games. Kobe earned his first Finals MVP, finally stepping out of Shaq's shadow.
It wasn't a big deal, but this was his team, and he led them to a title.
Entering the 2009-2010 season, the Lakers added Ron Artest and finished with the best record in the Western Conference for the 3rd straight year. The stage was set for an epic showdown with the Boston Celtics in the finals. After falling behind 3-2 in the series, the Lakers fought back, overcoming a 13-point deficit in Game 7 to claim their 16th NBA title. Kobe, despite struggling from the field, was named Finals MVP for the 2nd consecutive year. Phil Jackson returned for the 2010-11 season, but the Lakers were unable to secure a three-peat. After a strong start, they were swept by the Dallas Mavericks in the 2nd round of the playoffs. With that, Jackson announced his retirement, marking the end of an era for the Lakers. Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson's relationship was one of the most complex in NBA history. From early tension to eventual respect, Their bond evolved into one of the most successful coach-player partnerships the league has ever seen.
When he came here, everything changed for me and how I viewed the game. To that point, I really thought about the game from a tactical perspective and executing and fundamentals and training, right? The surface things. I learned the spirituality of the game, the mindfulness that comes with the game. You know, understanding how to put yourself aside, how to try to quiet your ego.
Together, they won 5 championships, and though their path wasn't always smooth, they left an indelible mark on the game. The story of Kobe and Phil is a testament to growth, resilience, and mutual respect. Their journey, defined by challenges and triumph, is one of the most iconic narratives in basketball history. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive into the legendary partnership between Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more incredible NBA stories. And before you go, check out this other video from our channel for another epic moment in NBA history. Until next time, keep the game alive.